Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna walk into our local retail store, our local big box, and we're gonna pick a few products today. We're talking about fire ants. There's a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there that like to come to Home Depot, spend a little time away from the house. You got 2 or 3 kids, and you just want to get out of the house and come pick up one product that should take you about 30 seconds to get in and get out. But what you really want to do is grab a buggy, and we'll grab a buggy, and we'll spend probably about the same amount of time in here today that you would normally spend. Probably a good 45 minutes just to get a breather. Oohs and ahs. Yep, we got a big box smell. There are a lot of things you can look at, but for time's sake, we're just gonna for time's sake, we're just gonna walk straight to the pest control, weed control aisle, and see if we can find some products to help you with your fire ant control in your lawn. You got to make sure that you don't run into things. Yeah. We'll see what we got going on down this aisle today. There's some people working, but I'm going to pick a few products that we know that are probably pretty good.
Now this is average Joe DIY to match what we, or try to match what we can expect from the Alpha firing service.
Yeah, some of the stuff that we do use, you're going to see some very common chemicals that we use on a day-to-day course of killing pests. But we'll get eventually to what the differences are and what you can get at Home Depot versus what a professional like ALF Lawn and Pest can do for you. So I'm going to start with these 3. These 3 seem to be some.
Do I need all of those, or are these options?
Nope, these are going to be options. You're going to use one or the other in most situations. Okay. You can use them in conjunction of, because these are going to be 3 different modes of action, or 3 different chemicals, and they're going to provide different,
basically the big 3
different ways to kill a fire ant, and we'll talk about what those are. We're going to start with Spectricide. This is anti-shield insect granular. It is a lambda-chylothrone chemical product. Now, lambda-chylothrone, it is a nerve attacker for ants, or for anything really. So its mode of action attacks the nerves. They ingest the product and it attacks the nervous system, and it'll kill them internally that way. This product is about a 3 to 4 day kill. So once you put this product down, you're going to see immediate effects in as far out as 2 to 3 days. So with a product like this, you're probably going to get a residual of a couple of 3 weeks. It doesn't really say on the bag how long it would kill. It does say it'll kill up to 65 insects. That's probably correct. But you're going to get a quick kill, but not a long kill out of this product.
That's 65 species, or is that a body count?
Should be more with fire ants.
Yeah.
Quickly. Now we have Ortho Fire Ant Killer. It uses a bifenthrin. Bifenthrin is kind of the same mode of action. When we talk mode of action again, that's the way it kills the ant, through the nervous system. This product says it's going to give you 6 months.
15 minutes.
In 15 minutes, it says?
Yeah, that's
yep.
pretty fast.
That's probably about right, probably quicker, actually. It also says it's going to give you 6 months of protection. I'm going to say that Ortho is stretching that a little bit.
A little stretchy.
In most professional applications, bifenthrin's only going to give us about 30 days of protection, just so you know. But this will give you the quick kill that you need. It'll get rid of fire ants quickly and should give you some relief. Amdro is got a 10,000 square foot lawn bag. They use hydromethalon and methylpropene. So hydromethalon is going to be more of a food poison that takes a little bit longer to kill the ant. So attacking the nervous system pretty quick. Hydromethalon going to be a food poison. It's going to take a little bit for the ant to digest it and get in its system. So it's going to be a little bit longer of a kill. The methylpropene is a growth regulator. So when we talk about insect growth regulators, we're going to talk more about the life cycle of a fire ant or any insect really. So it's going to keep the ant from growing into an adult or keep the larvae from growing into an infant. And in the case of a fire ant, they go from larvae to insect to adult. So if the small ants are eating this product, they're not going to turn into adults. If the adults eat this product, they're not going to turn into bigger adults, because that product, the insect growth regulator, will prevent them from growing a new shell. So like a snake molts, right?
Right.
Sheds its skin. Well, insects typically do about the same thing as they grow. So if they can't grow into a bigger adult by getting a bigger skin, then they're going to die as well. So comparatively speaking, this product here and this product here are your very quick kills. I'm going to recommend that if you come to your local big box retail, that you get something like Amdro, because it is a slower kill. Slower kill means it's going to work its way into the colony slower, but more effectively. Fire ants are very smart in what they do. They've been around for millions of years, and they've learned that any threat around the mound or in the mound, that they will retreat, regroup, and move the queen. Their whole purpose is to protect the queen. So if they see a threat around the mound that's one killing the colony or threatening the colony externally for some reason, they're going to move the queen to protect her. Amdro, with a slower quick kill over a few days rather than 15 minutes, is not going to alert the mound quick enough for them to move the queen quickly. Now, if they do alert the colony that there is a quick kill product down on the ground, they will still eat the methylpropene that has more of a 30-day kill cycle, because it has to work its way into the metamorphosis of the fire ant. So they will eat that second product, the methylpropene, longer, and in turn kill the colony for a longer period of time, and in the hopes making its way to the queen, because they have to feed the queen as well. So in theory, this product will make its way to the queen, and that's what we want to do. Kill the queen, you kill the colony, period.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Cool. So before we move on to our next segment here, because we've got the whole YouTube magic 8 minutes, we're going to learn like what the total buy-in is, and maybe if there's any other equipment like a spreader or something that we need to get into.
Yeah, right? We'll talk price real quick.
Okay,
so we'll talk price. At $10 a bag for this guy. So we're going to make everything equal. So this is a 10,000 square foot bag for your lawn, right? So we'll make everything equal. So to get 10,000 square feet, you're going to need, this will cover about 3,000 square feet. So we'll need roughly 4 bags to get that. So we'll call it 25 bucks. This is only going to give you maybe 2 months worth of protection. So we're talking 25 bucks times 6, right? So we're at 160 bucks. Then we're gonna have to get a spreader. It does come in this nice shaky bag if you don't wanna get, you turn it upside down and shake it. Has a convenience factor to it. But after you buy a spreader, we're looking at over 200 bucks here. This guy will need 2 bags, and 2 bags of that. Where did we get that from? So that's 20 bags. So we're at 50 bucks. We're at 50 bucks. And I'm going to tell you, you're only going to get 30 days protection on this. So you're going to have to do this once a month at 50 bucks a pop. So now we're at 600 bucks and a spreader. So we're getting close to 700 bucks for product to give you, product and spreader to give you 12 months of coverage.
God, it was a pretty good milkshake.
Man, that's just a whole lot if I want to pay for something else besides that.
Right.
Wow.
And here we are with another, just one bag that'll do 10,000 square feet, and we're at 30 bucks. I'm gonna say a 2 chemical product like this is gonna give you about 3 months of protection. So you're still gonna have to do 30 times 4 is 120 and buy a spreader to effectively spread it. And now we're still looking at 160, 175 bucks for the Amdro product for a complete 12-month product that's going to give you protection.
And we still want a spreader, and we know those guys are going to be in like the what, $30 to $100 range. Almost?
You're probably going to get one for about 40 bucks. It's about this big, right? And it's going to have some capabilities to tune in. You know, when you look on the back of a bag, if you want to look, it's going to tell you what kind of spreaders they recommend, and then it's going to tell you what kind of setting that you need to put that spreader on. So the spreader is going to have a 5.5 setting, let's say, and that'll make sure you get the right consistency throughout the lawn with that product. Might be on something like this as well. I don't know. Yeah, so they have it as well. They recommend 2 spreaders, 2.5, 4.5. That's the recommended spreader setting, so you get the right consistency through the lawn for that product.
I mean, so to get out of the store, to start up, I'm looking at $200+ for roughly a year's
$200 year supply here.
season.
$600 to $700 for a year's supply here, and then we're looking at $240, $250 plus with spreader on a product like this.
What if I just call ALF?
That's a good question. We'll get to you at episode 3 if you want to talk about what the cost is and the convenience factor is with ALF Lawn and Pest.